Everybody, welcome back to Smith's Customs. You got Jacob here. Alright, so if you haven't been following along, well, go back and check out some of the previous content. But for those of you that have been following along, you've watched some of the videos, you've heard me mention a couple times a missing 13mm socket. So I found it today, and I'm going to show you guys where it's at. I was kind of putting the fender well, buttoning up one piece on the fender well, so I could try to run this thing down the road and see what it does, if it does anything at all, what's going on with it. We've been working on resurrecting this truck if you've been watching any of the videos. And I seen a couple wires hanging down, a couple plugs, and I'm like, well, I need to get underneath there and plug them back in so we can get them back in their space. So I'm going to take you on a journey of America's Most Wanted Sockets. This is not the 10mm edition though. This is the 13mm edition. Normally it's a 10mm. Well, this time it just so happens that it's a 13mm, which is pretty crazy. Normally don't lose that one. So I was actually contemplating going and buying some a new one. And so I get underneath here, looking at these plugs. I'll try to get this in a good space here. You can see the plug sitting there. And I'm like, we need to get them plugged back in because I don't want them just laying there. And then I looking to see where the plugs plug in at. And if you see right up there, that nice, shiny 13mm with a blue stripe on it. Resting right up against that windshield washer reservoir on the pump motor. And I'm like, well, I know where that socket went now. Now all I gotta do is get that socket out of there and plug these wires back in. And then, well, we're gonna run this thing down the road and see what happens. Be the first time this truck's been on the road in a very long time, so I'm kinda anxious to see what happens with it. For those of you that have been following along, hey, I appreciate the support. If you're just tuning in, hey, like, subscribe, share, comment. Let's start getting this base up a little bit on the followers. We're gonna start doing some cool giveaways and stuff. So, hey, stay tuned. There's plenty more where this come from, and well, we'll catch you guys on the next one.